God, look at it.
You got a line?
Does actually work. Good morning. So we're just walked through the lovely village of Kimmeridge. Really beautiful place. And we're heading down to see what fossils we can find. I know we're not allowed to root around and dig about because it's kind of protected down there. So we're going down to Kimmeridge Bay just to have a look at some fossils, not to take. See if there's anything about. It's low tide coming up to 11 o'clock, so which isn't too far away. And yeah, let's see what we can find down at Kimmeridge Bay. It is a beautiful day. We've just come out of a storm Amy. Bit windy, bit wet. There wasn't anything, not for us down here anyway, south. I'm sure it's a lot worse. Scotland and maybe by other coastlines, but the Dorset area wasn't that hard hit, I don't think. But we're yeah, just heading down to the bay, have a look, see what we can find. May have a look inside the Etchers Museum on the way back. I've not been in there before, so it might be worth a look. Three-quarters of a mile left. So yeah, here we are, we're at Kimmeridge Bay. I think the tide is still going out. Let's have a little look. So there you go, there's the edge of one there. Another one there, look. Just shows how much of it is about, look. There's loads there. You can just pick it all out. It's mostly just pressing, so another one. There is definitely a lot down here. You can see all the layers there, look. There you go, look. Just use my foot. There you go, some more there, look. Just pressings. Where the fossil's been there and it's pressed into the rock. I think that's what mostly you'll find down here, the same as at Chapman's Pool. But if you're lucky enough, you might find a fossil. There's a general rule here of no chiseling into rocks and no playing around in the cliffs, taking bits. But I think if you find something loose here, unless it's enormous significance, then in which case you'd have to declare it, I think. But yeah, if you're lucky enough to find a loose ammonite ore, then I think it's all right. Look at that size of that well-worn one there, look. It's a beauty. Size-wise it is. Another one there, well-worn. Every now and then you hear rubble falling. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That is slippy. Stay away from the green. That'd have been embarrassing, falling on my arse. But yeah, there's a huge pavement here. Not like the one in Lyme Regis where you've got loads and loads of ammonites. But seeing if there are any impressions on here. It's amazing to think how old this is, what we're walking on. It's crazy. Just being very wary of the cliffs right now because there's some huge slabs that have looked like recently fallen here. I'll just turn you around and show you as bits and pieces fall. But yeah, it's huge, the slabs that, and if you look up, you can see pieces just hanging off the edge there. So yeah, I'm staying well away from that. No, thank you. It's turning into a beautiful day yet again. A bit windy, but beautiful. So all the patterns you see on here is crazy. Look at it. Thinking how old this is, and what we're walking on is pretty mad, really. Just got to watch the black bits because it is slippy. So, the red flag's up there, you can see the pole. There is no red flag, so it is safe to proceed. Just imagine coming across something just absolutely amazing. A large ammonite or a jawbone, or I don't know. It must be an amazing feeling. Just imagine when these come down, these rocks must come down with a hell of a noise. Wasp. Still wasps kicking around. Probably getting to that dopey point. There's loads of them, another one there. I don't want to get stung. I've never come this far along here. Never this far. Cliffs are still pretty high here, but that first part you could hear stuff falling down all the time. Still wouldn't want to be along the bottom edge. Let's keep on looking. Hopefully we can find something else. It is literally like being on another world. It's crazy. Absolutely amazing. Sort of coming up to another shelf now. We have walked a long way around actually. We are, if you look behind us, see Clavau Tower, I think it's Clavau Tower behind us on that hill. The whole bay's behind us pretty much. So we're kind of now, I think we're going around to another bay. It looks like we're just about to come up onto another shelf. So yeah. Let's try not to get cut off by the tide. I mean, we are on the end of the shooting range now, so if the red flag is up, don't come over here, whatever you do. Yeah, that for a rock pool. Probably not the best example, but it's just amazing me that you get that layer. See that layer that runs all the way down, and then almost, so if you could get over to that point over there, you'd actually be able to walk on that layer that runs through the rock. It goes up and along, you follow it, and I don't know if you'll see it from here, just behind those people there, you can, that's back in Kimmeridge Bay. I think it's that same line that runs all the way back down again to the floor. That's a beauty. I do like that one. Look at that. Awesome. Yeah, there's one from, God knows how old that is, but it's completely worn away. Probably a pressing, but hardly anything left of it. It's just starting to rain. Nice one Ingrid just found. That one there. Not too worn either. You can see how far this ledge goes out. Goes out quite a way. See where the waves are, how far the ledge goes out, where the waves, where they're getting churned up. Absolutely loads of it there, bits and pieces that have come down probably recently, just pressings, but still nice to see. Loads of bits and pieces that'll all just be gone within no time. Almost at the start of the beach as well. So there you go, that was a little walk around Kimmeridge Bay to see if we could find some fossils. There's a little bit about, but nothing worth taking. Oh, blimey, what a way to end a video on a hill where I can't even talk. But yeah, if you made it to the end of this one, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you in the next one. Oh, hopefully, if I don't pass out. Oh, blimey.